Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video where we've got something new for you. We are looking at the Singapore Armed Forces. This is guys attempting Special Operations Task Force selection. It's episode 1. Hopefully we don't get any sort of copyright issues with this video, but hopefully you enjoyed this. This was sent to me by one of you, a supporter and a viewer, so thank you for sending this across. Hopefully it's going to be a good series to watch and hopefully you're all going to enjoy it. As always, please go and check out the original video in the description. Go and give them a like, share, follow, subscribe to their channel, and if you could do the same for us, I would hugely appreciate it. But let's get into the video. Make sure you head over as well to combatreadyhq.co.uk as well to check out our merch, some of our coffee blends, and yeah, thanks for all the support. Let's go.
These highly trained men have special skill sets that only a handful will acquire in their lifetime. With a high sense of purpose and mission focus, the Singapore Armed Forces Special Operations Task Force, or SOTF, has always been an intriguing unit. Their modus operandi is characterized by stealth, speed, and agility. They're like modern-day ninjas with high-tech gadgets to aid them in today's complex battlefields.
The Special Operations Task Force is the unit that undertakes a wide spectrum of special operations, including counter-terrorism, and they keep their edge sharp by national counter-terrorism exercises. And these exercises keep SOTF and its operators at the sharpest end of their capabilities. It ensures that they are ready for any operations if the button is pressed.
For the first time, our cameras were allowed beyond these walls to see firsthand what it takes to be a cut above the rest. We follow these men as they embark on their journey of self-discovery and what it takes to be selected for the Special Forces qualification course, and ultimately enter the hallowed ranks of the SOTF, an honor only a few will experience. It's a dreary early morning as soldiers, about 120 of them, arrive at Pasir Ris Camp, home of the Commando Training Institute.
Every military has a commando unit. It really sort of lets people know that they are that extra bit, a little bit better. That sort of tier 1, tier 2 level. We've got the Royal Marine Commandos who are just that little bit above your standard sort of infantry. So many other units have commandos as well. Indian have got a lot of commandos. It's a very popular sort of name, and when you hear the word commando, you know that they're going to be highly professional, highly skilled soldiers.
What you're about to see over the next few days is just a small foot in the door to continue their journey in the Special Forces qualification course and become an SOTF trooper. And it all starts here at the Special Forces Leadership School.
Joint Special Forces selection program is tough. Realistically, some candidates will not make the cut. It's physically and mentally demanding. You must be ready to adapt to situations, situation awareness, and you must be flexible, and you must be able to make decisions under stress.
That's pretty standard for most sort of special operations units. You need to be disciplined, you need to be able to take orders, you need to be able to handle yourself and cope in very high stressful, high pressure situations. You know, that's across the board. If you struggle in them, then special operations most probably isn't for you, or like an elite unit. If you feel like you can handle high pressure situations, you can work in small teams, you can work on your own in those situations, you can deal with it, then yeah, definitely think about special operations.
The first day, so I'm actually a little bit nervous. I'm not sure what to expect because I'm not here before. I feel it's a very privileged course. It's not something that everyone can do. Being in the naval diving unit, we feel that it is in our nature to try to push ourselves to the boundary, to the limit. That is why we want to break our own limits, and hopefully I can pass the selection.
I love that badge as well. Look at that Commando Training Institute for honour and glory. Like it.
I don't expect it to be easy, but I know that putting in the effort and with the right determination and the right mindset, I'll be able to make it through with the rest of the people who are here with me.
Alpha 05, step up. Give me the head count. Candidates, steady, yep. Kedalu, groups. Pandang, ke depan, done.
You do drill very similar to the UK.
They get a small dose of the high expectations that need to be met.
Alpha 05, you make sure they fall in properly before you give it a head count. Clear? Clear?
And a hint of what's to come.
Bunch of are you fit? You will now touch and go back to your back. Clear? Yes, sir.
Push up, push up, push up. When I say buttocks up, you echo after me, buttocks up.
For the next 2 weeks, this will be home and testing ground for these SOTF hopefuls.
The unique thing about this selection is that the minute you step into the gates, the minute I start the selection, you are all the same. You all will be called candidates.
As candidates, they're all equal despite their ranks and backgrounds, and they will be so until they've earned their right to enter the ranks of the special unit.
That's what's brilliant as well about these sorts of courses is you are just equal. You all go there. You bring different things to the table, which is brilliant. Different skill sets, different experience. You can input when it comes to orders, when you deploy on sort of exercises, ops, and carry out a mission on these selection. But you are all the same. They generally look at the same. You could be a sergeant major or a private, and you can go there, and they won't look at you any different. They won't go, look, he's a junior rank, he's a senior rank, we'll give him leeway, or we'll give him leeway. It's no, across the board. You meet the standard across the board. You're all just one number, one rank. There's no favoritism. There's no, you're going to do this because you're this rank. You all have to be able to do it.
Most are from the 1st Commando
I love these
Battalion
badges.
and the Republic of Singapore Navy's Naval Diving Unit, both elite units in their own right. And then there are others from the infantry, artillery, and even the supply and transport formation to prove that they are equally fit and mentally resilient to pursue the arduous tests and ace them.
You got 20 seconds. Fly to the wall, let's go. Fly to the wall, fly to the wall.
For me, I believe that I don't matter from which unit, I believe that I can do it. And also, I have to physically and mentally prepare also. It's like my achievement if I done it.
The Joint Special Forces selection may be a short 2-week process, but for the candidates, it will be much more than that.
It's not very long, is it? 2 weeks.
Ready? Go.
Just a few hours into the first day of selection, the men prepare for their first test, the standard obstacle course. But for these candidates, it's anything but standard.
Pretty standard obstacle course. We've been through it throughout BMT. However, this case is slightly different. We've been through a few build-up exercises back to back. There's no period to rest in between.
Everyone have the reasons to come here. My reason is to push myself and see how far I can go.
This course would actually mean to be the better soldier, a better version of any soldier. Knowing that my conscience is clear that I've trained hard for this course, that is enough.
Over the next 14 days, these men of different ranks and backgrounds will find out who they really are and what they're made of, if they have what it takes to be part of this elite unit.
I think at the end of 2 weeks, the biggest lesson they take back is about themselves and their mental resilience and their physical toughness.
And the instructors will try all means to break them,
Anybody wants to DOR?
to sift out the best from the rest.
Yeah, 2 weeks isn't very long. Is that sort of the selection to then go on to the main course, or is it just 2 weeks? I'm guessing it's got to be selection of 2 weeks to then go on to the main course, because then you've got to learn all the skills and drills. You know, maybe possibly different weapon systems, different tactics, different bits of equipment. So is it 2 weeks selection to then go on to the next phase, where you'd actually do the actual proper course? So I have to sort of look into that for the next episode. But really great production, really well done. And this is why a lot of people do it. You heard them, is why you go in special operations. I want to see how far I can push myself. I want to work with the best. I want to be the best. And you need that mindset. You need to be able to work in the team, but you need that mindset of, I am good enough. I want to work with the best. I want to be the best. And I want to physically and mentally push myself as far as I can go to see where I can go. Because these guys are the best. If you go into any unit around the world and they're a tier 1, tier 2 sort of special operations unit, You're working the best of that country. Sometimes one might slip through the net here and there, but ultimately they are the best. They do the basics well. That's what they do. They're really good at the basics, and then they work on that and learn these new skills. They're mentally resilient. They're physically tough, and that's why a lot of these guys go there, is because they want to physically push themselves, and they want to work with the best. So if you're joining the military and you are quite physically fit, you think you're quite mentally resilient, you like high pressure sort of situations, you deal well with them, and you love soldiering, you want to shoot things, blow things up, then just go and give special operations a go. Go and do special forces. I regret not even attempting it. It's my fault, whatever. But if you generally do it, just attempt it. You fail, but you don't know until you actually try. And that's the biggest thing I took away from my career. You don't know till you try. So just go for it. But I'm looking forward to see where this goes. And what happens over the next 2 weeks to learn a little bit more about it and a little bit more about the Singapore Armed Forces. I have done another series. I've started another series, but it's only available on Patreon. So if you want to watch that about the Singapore Armed Forces, then go and head over to Patreon. It's about £1.50, $2 per month, to get early access to videos, ad-free content, and you get some exclusive content over there as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.